Hello, Monica. How are
All
you doing today?
Hi, Sunita ma'am. I'm doing absolutely fine. My day becomes even nicer now that I am able to speak to you.
That's so sweet of you. You always make me feel special, and it means a lot to me, right? And this is women empowerment, I would say. Women lifting other women up, that kind of feeling. So, yes, that's great. Okay, so how has your day been since we are about to end our day? Right, it's already 9:30. Would you like to share
Yeah.
something, anything fun you've done today? Anything exciting?
I think my kids are at home these days. Schools here like I come from mountains and I live in Solin city near to
Okay.
Shimla. So the weather condition is not well. Because of that, my kids are at home and now everything is going from home. So their classes are happening from home. So I am with them most of the time, but I get some time for myself also. I am into writing. So I do write and I am also recording some stuff for me. So I have been doing that all the day.
Hmm.
Meanwhile, managing my kids. So it has been this way. But
Lovely.
I love dedicate whenever I'm able to keep up with the balance
Hmm.
between the kids and between my work. I feel happy, and then I feel like okay, my day has been like I have been able to make something out of my day.
Right. So that little things make your day, right? When you are able to do something for yourself, then you feel so fulfilling. And same with me, right? If I'm not able to do anything for myself, I would feel like my day is incomplete or I've not done anything productive so far. But when I do something for myself, I feel so good. I feel so content. Your kids
Yeah.
are small right now?
Yes, I have two children.
Hmm.
The elder one is 5 years old and the younger one is four. So they have very
Okay.
less gap.
Yes. Same here, same
Yes.
here. We have a lot of similarities. Lovely. So
Yes,
I can
yes.
completely
I
understand.
Yes, and she is besides me, like doing her work. I brought her to the room and I was making her write her homework. And
Okay.
meanwhile, I just saw your message. So I thought, okay, I can do it.
Uh-huh. And these days we have to be a teacher also to our kids, right? We were already
Yeah,
doing a lot of things, and one more responsibility got added to our daily routine because they are not going to school,
yes.
right?
Yeah, right. They get a lot of homework anyway, like on their daily routine also. They get a lot of written work and
Mm-hmm.
things to remember. I help them in their homework. But then and I when they are going to school, like it's nice, but now everything is shifted towards mother and
Mm-hmm.
it's now it for some days it has become a sole duty of mother, so I am not liking it much.
Yes, who likes it, right? Nobody wants to
Yeah,
do all the things, right? So we want some
yeah.
free time for ourselves too, so that we could relax. And when kids go to school, that time is just amazing. You feel so relaxed, like you can do anything during that time, right? And when they come
Yeah.
back again, that duty mode gets on. Right,
Yeah,
lovely.
right.
So you told me that you are into writing as well. So are you a content writer?
I was a content writer before. Before marriage, I used to work as a content writer, but I didn't like that role that much because there you don't have much space to use your creativity. So I'm not working as a content writer, but I always wanted to try something with fiction or non-fiction work. So luckily, I got a project where I am writing a book for somebody else. So
Mm-hmm.
it's someone else's project, but I am writing on behalf of her. So I love that. So she was the person was busy for last few days, so I
Mm-hmm.
was not doing that. But again, I opened up my laptop today and reviewed all my writing, and I'm planning to write something of my own, maybe my own life story or something feminine. So I am looking for an interesting story, maybe of a feminine energy. Let's see
Yes.
what comes on the way.
Definitely, that's a wonderful idea. You're already into writing and you enjoy it. That's the best part about it. And you're doing it for someone else. Why not do it for yourself, right? That's definitely
Yeah,
a good
right.
idea. You should definitely go for it, right? And
Yeah,
you
right.
also run a YouTube channel. I know about that, and I've been on your channel once, and that was an amazing experience. I had done in a very long time speaking in Hindi, doing podcast in Hindi, and that was definitely an amazing experience. I want to do it even more. So, yes, tell us something about your channel too. I already know, but for our audience.
So I created that channel. It's been 3 years now when I created it. I that time I had my second one. So he was just born. So I was actually, I was looking for something where I can use my creativity. I always was inclined towards stories. So this idea hit me that okay, there were so many shows and talk shows and podcasts which talked about celebrities and famous people. And that time back then there were not much channels which talked about ordinary men and ordinary women. So
Mhm.
it this idea hit me actually. So I immediately created a channel, named it, and started
Mhm.
contacting people. And luckily, a few people I got on board. I started talking to them. I interviewed them. Then I started traveling also. Meanwhile, like I started traveling to Shimla, meeting people, doing these recording things. So it started this way. But again, having children, that too very small that at the time, it was difficult for me to do it on a consistent basis. So it was a on and off thing. I would do it, then I would take a break, then I would again try myself to get back on it, and
Mhm.
then I would also shoot some solo videos on the way. And I had no experience with camera, and top of it, I was very fearful of facing camera and being on camera. I learned all that stuff on the way,
Mhm.
and but I turned lucky. I could do it. Like I
Mhm.
could do it all. And then it was fun to interact with people, and that too. You are supposed to sit in front of camera, and then there are lights in camera, and there is a person saying cut, cut, cut. So
Uh-huh.
experience that, and it was a
Yes.
very fun experience. I learned so many things on the way. So this has been my journey. And meanwhile, also I spoke to many tuberculosis and cancer survivors. That was also a very rejuvenating, very uplifting experience for me.
Mhm.
So I learned so many things. Meanwhile, I took a break from the work because it became very exhausting being with kids, and then you are also responsible at home. You have many responsibilities on your shoulders at home. So I decided to take a break. So now with your interview, I decided to come back.
Mhm. Right. Great. So you have again resumed your journey and now you're going to be regular, consistent on this, right?
I hope so. I'm gonna find people again
Mhm.
and meet them.
Yes.
I don't promise the pace, but again, whenever, like, even if you be consistent and you
Mhm.
are like in, here and there, you do something on it, it still gives you some energy and you feel like, okay, something will open up for you after a point. If
Mhm.
you don't do it altogether,
Mhm.
anything on it, then
Right.
you will block all the possibilities.
Yes, you can't
So,
expect anything. But I must tell you, the idea and the vision of your channel is really amazing. Something people can relate with. So you should definitely stay consistent on this. And you mainly focus on journal people, right? Common people. So it's easy to
yeah.
get them on board, I guess. So just keep on doing it
Um,
to motivate others.
Yes, yes. As you just said that it's easier to get them on board, it's not always the case because ordinary people are not very open to talk about their stories.
Uh-huh.
So it takes me a while to convince them, let's talk about this part of your story. And sometimes they underestimate their achievements.
Yes,
So I
yes.
need to tell them that, okay, no, it's not a small thing. This is actually something very big. I have this vision that I can assess it, or I can make a judgment about the achievement. But sometimes the person who owns the achievements cannot really look with the same vision. So
Mhm.
it takes some time to convince them sometimes.
Yes, yes. So that also takes up a lot of time and your energy, and definitely it's a talent to convince people, right?
Thank you.
So would you like to share something about your English journey as well? When did you start and how is it going?
Yeah, sure. So I started a long back. When I completed my graduation, I was very inclined towards this language, and I was fond of this language. And I came from Hindi medium background. Like I studied till my 12th in Hindi and Punjabi medium. So I had no clue what this language is apart from the subject that we used to study during the school. But I didn't understand the real value of the language. But when I entered the college, I got to meet some amazing trainers, and you get wider exposure in college. So that was the time that I started realizing, okay, this language is very, very important and I should also do something about it. But then, Sunita ma'am, I came from a bunch of insecurities while I was growing up. I was very insecure about my looks, about the way I used to speak, that stuff. So I think though because of those insecurities, I was not able to overcome my hesitation in speaking in English. I was doing a lot to learn the language. I was reading a lot of things. I was listening to videos. When after my college, also when I started working as a process associate in a company, I I was actually doing a lot to improve my communication skills, but again, I did not dare to speak the language. I was very fearful of this hesitation. What would people think of me? They will mock me. They will consider me this duffer ladki. She cannot speak English. That was my, perception about my own self. But gradually, and I was like, I kept doing everything else along with I was doing the rest of the things in my life. But when I got married, so I carried those fears till very late in my life. Like when I got married, I had children. Then also I was not able to have this confidence that I can make conversations with people. But then in my in-laws family, there were people who could really speak well, and I would be fearful of their judgment as well. What would they think of me, that Abhishek ki biwi cannot talk in English, and that judgment.
Yes.
So one day I decided to let my fear go,
Hmm.
let my hesitation go. And I think that that day really changed the story of my spoken English journey. Like it really, really helped me. I changed this. It was not like one day, but a period came when I started accepting myself the way I am, and I started shedding all those insecurities and fears, and it changed my game. And eventually I became more confident. I started pushing myself into conversation with people, and while I would make my children sleep, I would practice with myself, like
Hmm.
while whenever, like, I'll be by their side and they would be sleeping, I'll be with myself that time, and I would repeat one sentence to myself, and then I would keep doing that for 5 to 10 minutes. And I would also, think in English and speak into mirror and record myself. So I think, but I was into English language for a long time. But when I started speaking, it became easier for me to incorporate everything that I was doing for years. So this was how I learned it.
Lovely, lovely. That was such an inspiration, I must say. And this fear of judgment actually triggered you to speak up. And when you spoke up, and there is no looking back, you speak so well now, right? You use so many
Yeah,
nice words.
yes, I think my channel also helped me in, like, I was opting up conversation with people, and there were so many people which I had invited, like
Hmm.
it, and I had no option to escape the invite
Yes.
that time, right?
Uh-huh.
So I had to make the conversation even if I was fearful. And there sometimes I would meet guests also who would only be comfortable in English. I
Okay.
remember I had a podcast with someone. Her name was Sahiba, and she spoke such flawless English, and then I could not be honest with her that I cannot speak such good English. So
Hmm.
at those times we have to take that risk, and you have to just perform, whether you want to perform or not. You don't have then an option. Plus, I also wanted to, like, I had taken this pressure also. How would I manage if my kids would start going to school, and this pressure of sending them to English medium schools, and how will I be able to crack the interview for them? Like, it's compulsory here for parents also to crack the
Yes.
interview before your child gets interview. So I would think about this thing also.
Hmm.
But I think when I stepped into the world of actually speaking, it was not that difficult. Only that thought scared me.
Yes.
Speaking did not scare me as much.
Hmm.
It Now I enjoy talking to people. I have also started a YouTube channel which is only about English, like
Hmm.
you do and many other people are doing. So I feel like it's not as difficult as thinking gets you in trouble.
Yes,
So I think
yes.
thinking part is worse.
True, true that people overthink and you make things worse in your mind. But These things are not actually that worse. These are easier to do. It's just about this thing that we have to take that first step, and then we have to stay consistent. Just that simple formula. But yes, people overthink. And when you talked about that podcast where that lady was speaking flawlessly, I can completely resonate with this, because for me, that compulsion was YouTube. Like, I have to be there on YouTube, so I have to prepare well, right? I have to present myself well. So by that compulsion, I have improved myself. I was putting effort to improve myself, right? So that compulsion is also required in your life. Like, why do you want to improve your English? It could be a reason, or it could be a goal for you. You have to remind yourself again and again. You're wise. Okay,
Right.
Monica, so do you have any questions for me?
Um, I think I had a pretty good conversation with you, but you always mention you keep mentioning this in your videos that when you started, your English was not that good and you were not aware about your grammar concepts. But I really went through your initial videos on YouTube, and it didn't seem to me this way. You were pretty smooth in your conversations, and you
Mhm.
expressed yourself well enough to get understood by people. So how were you able to make such a good start?
Mm-hmm. I have also seen my initial videos, and there I was so stunned to see that I was using these filler words, like 4 to 5 filler words in just one sentence. After every 2 words, I was saying, So that was also one of the areas where I had to improve. And now I have improved a lot. I use very less filler words while speaking, right? And then if I talk about grammar, I was pathetic at grammar when I started, I would say. I was not at all aware about subject verb agreement also, the simplest concept that I feel in English. So I was not even aware about that because I've never read grammar when I started. Before that, I've never read grammar, right? So that was the thing. So I used to say like he go to school, or he do this thing, right? Or I was just messing all the concepts up. So that was the thing with me. But when I started teaching, so in that direction, I started learning grammar a little bit. Not I was not deep into it, but I was learning on the surface. So that was a thing, and this is how I've gained knowledge. ChatGPT has also helped me a lot in this. Whenever I was confused about any concept, I would take help of ChatGPT, and I would stick to ChatGPT until I get that concept. So that was the thing. So this is how I have also improved my grammar. And for grammar, I cannot forget Grammarly. Grammarly app. You install Grammarly app in your phone and laptops, and whenever you write any wrong sentence, Grammarly would automatically correct it. So from there also you get to know about your mistakes, and then you contemplate on it, why it is used in a certain way, and you try to get the meaning, try to frame sentences also, similar sentences, and this is how you improve your grammar also, and your sentence structures too, through Grammarly. So this is
Okay,
how I've
that's
improved. But
beautiful.
initially I was terrible at it.
I find it amazing. Like you did wonderful job even when you started, because maybe your voice is such, or maybe you
Mm-hmm.
there is some connectivity when you spoke in Hindi that day also. I found that you have this connectivity throughout the words you use in your conversation. So maybe it worked for you.
Yeah,
I
yes,
have
that
one
could
more
be the
question
thing.
for you.
Uh-huh, sure.
You keep telling us that it's been a year when you were on this journey. So
Mm-hmm.
did you ever feel like you ever doubted yourself? Am I doing the right thing, or should I
Mm-hmm.
continue doing that? Or you
Mm-hmm.
felt like it's mundane, I want to give up? Did you
Yes.
ever, go through these feelings?
Uh-huh. Many times when I was feeling that I don't want to do this anymore, although I'm gaining a lot of subscribers, but still I was not feeling happy about it because I was not feeling like continuing it. But then I'm here taking call, recording the video, right? So I get those kind of
Right.
feelings on and off, and then I again get back to track. So it's a part of life, especially with
Yeah.
women, I guess, because you go through that hormonal mood swings or something like that, right? So that happens. But yes,
Right.
people do feel mundane when they keep on doing a similar kind of thing for a very long time. That's so natural to feel mundane about it, right?
Right, right. But I think the solution is to get back on the track, as you just said.
Yes, yes. So I got ready,
Right.
and I thought, let me just take one call. I was trying to record a video before this call as well, but it didn't work because of the network disruptions. And then I thought, let it be. Maybe it was not my day, but then I quickly messaged there in the group, and then I got you. I thought, let's do it.
Yeah, nice, nice, very nice. I'm very glad that I could connect to you.
Same here. Even I was not aware that I'll get to meet you, and it was surprise for me too, and totally fulfilling. I've really enjoyed talking with you. So let's wrap this up. All right, and
Yeah, sure.
you can catch your Z's now, and we'll meet you again sometime soon.
Sure, ma'am, sure. Thank you so
Okay
much
then.
for considering me for this call.